my young as it came from the ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to sub for. Money, the machine. Fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. I been like a 9/11 folks. Matt back, lick it clean.
And the Minnesota Vikings. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes. Comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll run it right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a... Pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Looking to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set, 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain.
On second down, Kamara. And now the spin. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout. Here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Come on.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Over.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, Cook. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there just before halftime. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The penalty does everything but get them a 1st down. It's close here on 2nd and inches. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Now the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gone! Over! Kill! Turn up! Kill!
Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Watch it now, Barney! Gone!
They'll throw now on the final play. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue Lightning.
Back to throw here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 48 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there was a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. They'll run it with Camara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play's not going to get him in as he stops right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in. It's Camara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Kennedy. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gone!
And the blitz does come. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Gone! Leopard! Detroit! Gone! Watch him now, Barney.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to sling this deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Kennedy. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They run it again with Kamara, and he'll 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
Again, it's Kamara. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Leopard!
Again, this is Kamara, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back 99 Philly!
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this out just shy of the 25-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And now out comes Minnesota. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 22, like 22.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.